I'm live. Here we are. Hi, everybody. It's that time again, Wednesday night, Nettie P. Stampin' live on Facebook. Yep, here we are. So I'm coming to you from Warnersville, Pennsylvania. Nettie P. Stampin'. I am an independent demonstrator of Stampin' Up! Products. Now we got that all over with. Bet you missed that before, huh? Well, anyway, let's see. What do we have going on? Wow, the first major big thing. Hi, Linda. Is tomorrow, June 9th, from 1 to 4 at the Robizonia Library. Where is the Robizonia Library? Well, it's in Robizonia, of course. Go out Penn Avenue, go past Dunkin' Donuts on the left. This is when you get into Robizonia, the Dunkin' Donuts. There's a Dunkin' Donuts way down in Sinking Spring, not that one. So go past the Dunkin' Donuts, and then you'll see the Robizonia Fire Company on your left. And then just a little bit up from there, you're going to see that green sign that has the little person reading. That's the library sign. Turn left there. Go back a half a block, and it's on the right. It's just a little building. Go around the building, park in the back, and come in the back door, and that's where you'll find me and my crew. And we will be doing some botanical type cards tomorrow with tree themes and things like that. And we're going to do that because the library is doing a read along uh, about the Song of Trees, a book called The Song of Trees. And it is actually, I borrowed it in the ebook and I started looking through it. And it's a person, it's not my type of book, but it's the Song of Trees. It's nice. Anyway, this is in connection with Longwood Gardens, and Longwood Gardens is giving some tickets to the library, who has offered to give us some to or give us drawings, give people drawings, enter people who come to the library for the card class will get entered into the drawing for free tickets because they have quite a few tickets. So I thought that was kind of neat. Hi, Carol. And so I hope to see you guys at the library tomorrow. It will be fun. I promise. I'm doing something different. I'm going to try making up a couple of kits for a couple different cards, and you get to pick which card you want to make. And the kits, the cards are all going to be somewhat similar, so they're going to be easy to put together. And depending how many people show up, you might get to make two or three or four or five cards. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Um, but it should be interesting. So I hope to see you there. What else is going on? New catalog is out and running. The annual catalog, and we as demonstrators have the Christmas catalog already, and we're doing pre-orders from that. And my first order is coming tomorrow. Yay! So I may either be, yeah, it's here at the library when I get to the library, or I may be saying, come on, people, hurry up. I got to get home. I want to check this box out and see what this stuff looks like. I don't know. I'm anxious in a way, but it came so close on the heels of the annual catalog being released that I really I don't know. I'm just kind of overwhelmed, I guess, a little bit. I don't know whether I'm coming or going. Am I in the annual catalog or am I in the Christmas catalog? Carol, I know you're anxious to the Christmas catalog to see the Christmas catalog because of the Halloween stuff. If if the order comes in before I leave to go to the library, I will bring a couple of the catalogs with me, and you guys can look at them, and you can actually take them. I'm having some sent to your house, but yeah, you'll have two of them. Do you care? Probably not. So I'll have them there, and Let's see, what else is, oh, kits. If you're into kits, hi Susie. Hi Karen. If you're into kits, right now they're running the month of June. Buy one, get one half off. And it's the more expensive of the two that you get half off of. And there is a new kit that is it's a memory book. I know nothing about it, but I did order it just to see what it looks like. And when I get it, I'll show it to you. The kids have been very, very nice. They've come out with a couple of kids type kits too. There's a robot one that's pretty interesting for kids, and so I think that's kind of neat. So if you're interested in kits, this is the time to get them because buy one get one half off. And of course, there's the last chance products, the things that are going away, the things that are going to be discontinued, that are discounted. That is out on our website. I sent some of you the Excel spreadsheet that lists all of them. If I didn't send it to you and you want it, send me an email and I'll send it to you. And finding that email requests lately is working the best because when I get the email, I try to respond to it right away because I'm kind of, like I said, I'm overwhelmed. I'm trying to work. I have so many new things that I got from the annual catalog that I haven't had time to play with yet. And now a new catalog's coming, and it kind of blows my mind a little bit. But I'll catch up. I know I will. I'm not complaining. So, what we're going to do tonight, we are going to work with something that's out of the annual catalog. I can see, okay, my screen is split, and I can see my half. It's getting darker and lighter and darker and lighter, and I do not know why it's doing that. I don't know how to make it stop. It's the weirdest thing because it's my computer. It's my computer camera. I don't know why it's doing that. Oh well, I'm sorry. I can't fix it. So what we're gonna do tonight? This is something. This is one of those sets. This is called Lovely and Lasting. It is a bundle. You look at it and you page past it. I did 3, 4 times. And then I looked at it again and said, you know what? That's really kind of nice. And I got it. So now I started working with it. And you were going to ask Wyland why I keep getting dark and light. I don't know. But so this Lovely and Lasting bundle is really kind of neat. And I have a feeling when you're done watching what I'm doing here, you're liable to decide you need to get it, even though you don't now. I know it. Oh, before we start, I'm gonna pick a name. Picking a name right now. Somebody's gonna win a car. It would be Candy. Candy, I just sent out. Candy's not on right now. Candy usually comes on later or the next day. But anyway, you won. Congrats. Um, I just sent out a thing to Candy today, a package, which I sent it FedEx, so you will definitely get it Friday. No, yeah, Friday. He said Friday. He said worst case scenario Saturday, but you should get it Friday. Anyway, moving on. What we're going to do, we are doing two cards, and they're very close to the same, except one is going to be a new kind of card. It's a card holder, but it's just a greeting card holder. But you could use it for a gift card holder if you wanted to. So you'll see what I'm talking about when I get there. Anyway, this bundle, it comes. I'm flipping off of me so I can show this to you so you can see it better. Okay. And I'm also going to get rid of the host code because that really I find that to be very distracting. Okay, so it's the stamp set. But the stamp set, without the punch. This is the punch. Punch is really kind of cool. This is called the lasting label punch. And it has this stamp puts in the outline of the punch, and it just makes it. It really does. It's pretty neat. And the paper reminds me a lot of this in symmetry paper. And it kind of looks almost like an old fashioned Pennsylvania Dutch print. And I guess that's why I just like it. I just think it's really pretty paper. This is the one we're using. This one and this one we're using tonight. And then when you turn this over, you get this, which I decided not to use, but it would go with that pretty neat. This is the one I'm using. This one and this. So it has some really interesting patterns, I think. It's another one that's pretty nice. I can see these being nice cards with envelopes. Remember how when I did the in symmetry cards, I almost always made envelopes to go with them, and I kind of think that that's going to be a neat little thing for these too. I just think that's going to work. So watch for that going forward. But here we go with our cards tonight. Those are what I'm using. And hi, Candy. Okay, so you got my email. Well, you just won the card. I just did the drawing and you won the card, tonight's card. So you'll be getting that too. And I did send your package out on FedEx. So you should, it said that you should get it by Friday. So I'm hoping. I was really late getting those packages together, and uh, you know. Anyway, but you should have it. You should have it in time. And you won the card, so I'll get that out to you. Actually, yeah, I will get that out to you too. Anyway, a little tip that I want to show you guys too before we move on. When I'm showing you cards that are different from a regular folded card, okay, your regular folded cards would be when we take our 8.5 by 5.5 and folded at 4.25, and that's your normal card base, right? So if we do a zigzag or a W fold or something like that, that's a fancy fold or a fun fold. So what I started doing is I started with my fun folds, making templates of them on junk paper, okay, and putting them in this recipe box. Well, not a recipe. It's not really a recipe box, but it's like a recipe box. So I have all my fun folds on templates here. So when I'm looking for something to make, because I'll tell you what, I forget these all the time. And then, I say, oh, darn, that would have made a really good card for this particular paper, for this particular person, for this particular idea, whatever. So now I have them, and I have them all in this little filing box where I'm also starting to keep my stamp sets listings. See, so I have like that, and then I know what each one says. And it is just something I'm trying. We'll see how it works. I know it'll work for the cards though, the the templates. So that is why you see this. So this is the template that I'm using tonight, and it has a little card here that just fits right in there. And you can put your greeting on that and slide it in the envelope. And if you want, you can put money in that envelope. You can put a gift card in that envelope. So here we go. Okay, so I started out, we'll do the gift card first, the card holder first. I started out with my 8.5 by 5.5. Okay, I scored it at 2.5 and 6.5. Or I brought it over backwards and scored this at two. 2 and 2.5. Okay, that to me is easier to remember. I'm sorry. So we're going to embellish. We're going to, if I can find my bone folder, I would push this down really nice and sturdy so it would stay. But since I can't find my bone folder, I'm not going to do that. The other day I couldn't find it and I dug another one out. So I now have two of them floating around and I can't find either of them. I found it. Here it is. Okay. So one side is obviously shorter than the other. The shorter side is going under, the longer side is going over, and this is going to be this way. Then I'm taking a piece of my designer series paper. This is 2.25 by 5.25. And I'm going to glue that onto that top piece. So basically, I guess what the long and short of this card is, you can use this as a gift card holder, but you don't have to. It will just look like a cool card, a different card if you don't use it for a card holder. But I'm going to also show you how to do it without a card holder thing at all. So we'll get to that next. Okay, so this piece then is 1 3/4 by 5 1/4. So it's just a quarter smaller than our piece that was folded there. Okay, so we have these two pieces like this, and here's our basic card. Now we are going to take a piece. I'm using, because of the colors in this, this was the papaya, pale papaya. And because of the colors in this, I decided to use very vanilla instead of basic white. And I'm going to stamp in Night of Navy. Wait, this is my inside. Yeah, this is my card for inside, so I'm not going to do anything with that at the moment. I'm going to grab a piece of very vanilla scrap, if I have one, somewhere. Well, dog. There we go. Okay, what I want to do with that, thought I had this all cut out and ready to go. I do have this stamp ready to go though. I'm using Night of Navy. And I'm stamping the outline of the punch. I just like this. When you use a lot of times when you punch out labels using a punch, it just looks like it's missing something. It just looks blah. And it needs something more to bring it to life. And I don't know. That's just my opinion. So, and what do I have? Susie, what a great idea. Thank you. The idea about the templates for the cards and putting them in a recipe box, I think that, I don't know. I hope that works out. I think it should work out good. Okay, so my birthday. Then I'm going to take this thing that looks like leaves. Well, they are leaves. And I'm going to use soft succulent because it's what I have here. Well, I have even evergreen too. I could use that. And I'm just going to put it right here at the top, just to pretty it up a little bit. But now here's the magic part about this whole ordeal with your label. Now you just stick the whole thing in here, give it a pop, and there you go. And I just think that looks so much better than when you just, like if you just pop this like this and stamp happy birthday in the middle. Look at this. Look how this is, look at the difference. I mean, by all means, that looks so much better. That's why I like this stamp set. I mean, if the stamp set had nothing else to it but that, I would still buy it because I just think that's a terrific idea. Okay, enough of that, right? I'm going to keep this out because I'm also, while I'm at it, I'm going to stamp the inside card. Now, what I want on the inside, there's this cool tile type or quilt. I don't know if it's a tile or a quilt, but I'm going to use blue and I'm going to put it here on the side. And then because this is going to be sticking in a pocket, I'm just going to put a little flower on the top. That's going to stick out. And then I have the saying, and this is from a different stamp set, sorry, but it is. Excuse me. It says, I hope this card makes you smile. I'm going to put that down below so that it goes below the fold on the card. You will see what I mean in a second. And last, okay, so I have that, I have that. Last thing I'm doing, I took this little, I don't know what you call it, I cut it out of the paper, one of the other patterns. And I'm going to kind of fussy cut along these edges. I'm going to use this to hold my card shut. Now that may sound strange to you, but you're going to see in a sec what I'm talking about. Oh, wasn't today a beautiful day? It has just been so, the weather's been so nice, cooperative. Yesterday, I guess it was a little rainy, but today was pretty nice. Still haven't opened the pool because it's cooled down enough now that I don't need it. And I'm still waiting for those holly leaves to go away. Okay, if you fussy cut the way you're supposed to, I should have left a little bit of something around the outside edge of this all the way around, and I didn't do that, but okay, it's all right. Okay, so now we're just going to assemble everything. And to do that, first thing I'm going to do is take the shorter end and I'm going to put glue just along the edge. Okay, I don't want to go in any farther than like a quarter of an inch on both sides and close it and set the punch down on it to hold it tight for a second. While that's drying is when you should be stamping your label and your other thing, but of course I didn't think that far ahead. So I'm going to take my label and I'm going to stick some glue in the back of it. And now be careful when you glue this because you only want the top half because you want it to stick to this. And best bet is hold it away like this, and stick it on there, because if you're anything like me, you're going to glue it to the bottom. It's right, it's inevitable. Now, this little bugger here is going to hold that closed. How's that going to happen? You don't need much to hold it closed, because it's not that heavy, but it'll pop open. Okay, so just to keep it from popping open, take a little bit of glue, leave the tip. Make sure you just leave the tip. No glue on the tip. Glue everywhere else. Okay. And stick the tip that doesn't have glue on it right there. Just the tip is what you want on there. Okay. No glue. Okay. Let that glue dry. Then you open the card and you stick this little card on the side here. So the person that gets the card, this is going to fit under that little thing. And we are right side up now, right? Yeah, okay. They get the card, they flip it up out from that little thing and open this up, and it says, "Hope this card makes you smile." And again, like I said, you can stick a gift card or whatever underneath there if you choose to do that. But then you just pop that under there, and it holds it tight there. This is my sample. I did exactly the same thing with the sample. And that little poppy thing is holding it. Okay, so that's that card. Okay, and now the one that's not the gift card holder. Same basic principle, guys. I'm doing everything pretty much the same, except instead of leaving this piece 8.5, I'm going to cut it off. I'm cutting it off at 7.25. Now, where do I get 7.25 from? Well, I'll tell you, just to make it easy, because this piece would be 4.25 normally, right? And then I'm just cutting the top half at 3. Like, it's cut in half, so this is at 3. So 7.25. I'm going to cut this little piece off here. Then I'm going to score it at 3. Fold that down and burnish it real good. And here's what we have. Okay, we are going to take our green paper. We're cutting it 1/4 of an inch smaller than this. So this is 5.25 by 3. So this is 2.75 by 5. That does not sound right. I'm going to measure it just to make sure, because it doesn't sound right. I already cut it, so I know that the size is right that I cut, but the measurement that I just told you doesn't sound right. Five and a quarter by 2.75. And then this piece is 4 by 5.25. And this piece is your piece that's going to go down here. Okay, and then I have another piece. Post the directions. I sure can, Karen, Linda. 4 1/4 by 3 1/4 is this piece. And what we're going to do here, I'm doing the old Hope This Card Makes You Smile. And I'm doing that in Evening Evergreen. Put it up toward the top so it gets hidden underneath that. And then I took, just to be fancy, I took my pale papaya and I put the flower here and here. And I'm going to glue that right in the middle here. So that when it's, whoops, should have left that down just a little bit farther. Ha! And it's still wet, so I can do this. I want the flowers to show when it's closed. That's the thing that I love about this green glue. Okay, then I'm going to do the same thing that I did on the other card with the tag. These corners came up because I picked it up, so I'm just putting a little more glue there if you're wondering what I'm doing. What in the heck is she doing? Okay, I also took a piece of this ribbon. This is, I think this was discontinued, unfortunately. I thought it was a really pretty ribbon. It is, what is it? It's Evening Evergreen. No, that's all. It just says it's Evening Evergreen. I know it's called some chevron weave ribbon. It's a real heavy duty ribbon and it frays. That was the only problem with it. People probably didn't like it because of that. But anyway, I cut a piece of that just long enough to go across the card. And the thing I liked about that is you can use this tape runners. They fit perfect. Whoops. Eesh. And I'm going to try to put that right in the center. Then I'm going to stamp, and I'm doing this in the Evening Evergreen. Stamping that, and then stamping my happy birthday. And I'm even going to put a little, not flower. This piece at the top. Now this one, I just decided to add a little embellishment to it. So what I did is I took my pale papaya, there's a little dot. I don't know what these things are, but I know they're in a lot of stamp sets. They just look like little confetti dots or something. And you know what? They do kind of actually they enhance things a little bit. So I just took it and started stamping around the outside edge a little bit, just to add a little color to it. And there's that. It has the measles. That's what it looks like. Okay, so then I'm going to take my punch and then I'm going to put it in here. It's funny, when I first started this out, I bought a bunch of cardstock, what they call cardstock, from one of the craft stores, Michael's or someplace like that. And when I started getting Stampin' Up! Cardstock, I found out that the cardstock that I was buying from those places just wasn't very sturdy, strong. So that's what I'm using now for my templates because I have it, I want to use it, but it's almost like it's one step above copy paper or printer paper. It's not sturdy enough to use for a card. I would not like to use it for a card because I like my cards to have a little substance. So I just wouldn't use it for a card. So I figure, what the heck? Might as well put it to some kind of use. So I'm using it for my templates, for my little cards that I'm doing here, the fun fold cards. Okay, so I put my dimensionals in the back of this one, and I'm just going to put it right here. And that's that. And I made a sample that's exactly the same. So here's our two cards for tonight. Candy will be getting one of these. There's this one with the little card holder. Or just this plain fun fold. Hope this card makes you smile. That's it for tonight, guys. I only did two tonight because I wasn't quite sure how long these were going to take, and um, I'm getting stuff together for the library, and that's all I had to show you. I thought I had a lot more to tell you about, but I guess I didn't. So, it does, Candy, doesn't that, she said, I told you that was going to happen. And Candy says, now she likes that paper and she likes the stamp for the punch. I just think, I don't know. There's just something about it that it just makes the punch so much better. I wish they would do this with all the punches. I really do. I love it. We sit here with these daubers and try to hit the ends of the stamps to make them stand out and things, and this is just so much easier. I really like this idea. So that's that. And the paper, like I said, it reminds me of the Insymmetry, and I do like it. I think it's pretty paper. First, when I saw it in the catalog, it's one of those that the catalog doesn't do it justice. You have to see it. You have to see it worked with. You have to see it in use. So there you are. There's all your cards in use. I'm going to post something somewhere. Maybe. Thank you, Carol. Um, bring that set on Saturday. Yeah, again. Sure, sure. Saturday we have a team meeting. That's what Susie's asking about. Can I bring that set on Saturday? And I sure can. Then you can take a look at it up close and personal. And I'm going to, you like it too, Karen. I'm going to post the directions and the pictures of these cards. And actually, what I'll do is I can either post them on Facebook or I can put it in an email. It's lovely and lasting, and it's a bundle with lasting label punch. and the two of them together are $36.75, which I thought was pretty reasonable. And then the paper is lovely linen, and that's $12 a pack. Okay, um, that's it for tonight then. I will get this. I'll get these measurements put out somewhere. Probably going to be in an email. So, because I have some other things to put in an email too. So, hopefully, I'll see some of you at the library tomorrow. I will see some of you on Saturday. And everyone else, I will see next week on Facebook Live. Thanks for watching. Good night. Have a good evening.